And welcome back to the soothing sounds of the Metal Hand of God podcast. Yeah, I am your host, Wayne, and sitting beside me is the one, the only, not the Rum Guy,
Chris.
We had a guest lined up today, but of course, as you guys know, Skype is being a piece of fucking garbage. So we could not line up with our buddy. So we'll have him on sooner or later. Hopefully sooner. We were going to talk a bunch of toys and a bunch of craziness because he is a toy dealer, like a smack dealer, but with plastic instead of
the fix.
Drugs.
Yeah.
So me and this, I can't be rude. This lovely gentleman sitting next to me are going to just spill a few things out and talk a few things. It's going to be a short show. So just letting you guys know, it's going to be a quick one because we've already been trying to record for over an hour now, and I don't want his wife to hate him. Well, actually hate me.
Yeah, she's going to hate me anyway.
Yeah, regardless.
She knows me, so.
Regardless, yeah, you live with her. But what we're going to start out with is, how was your day?
Yeah, well, pretty good. Worked like a dog, but, it happens time to time.
Right. Mine was okay, too.
Thanks for asking.
For people who don't know, I got hurt yesterday. Of course, most of y'all don't know because I didn't tell y'all. But I got hurt yesterday at work. But I'm better. I'm okay. My back's a little sore. Still need to take some, ibuprofen.
Right, that's a job hazard in the adult industry, though.
It is.
It's a common.
Threw my back out.
Yeah. You was trying to throw that thing and threw your back out.
Right. I couldn't help it. Sorry.
Occupational hazard in this adult industry.
It's one of those things, man. I mean, but it's okay. I'm fine. Rum is still not here. I don't know where he's at. He's in, like I said, another world somewhere.
A spiritual voyage.
Yes. But we do have some really cool announcements coming this way for you on this show. We're going to start off with we will be now for the next month or so advertising for Deathnuts.
Can't wait.
If you guys are not familiar with the product Deathnuts, it is a extremely spicy, like peanuts or mixed nuts, or I don't know if they do mixed nuts. I know
hot nuts.
I know it's some hot stuff. Like it's really hot. One of our buddies and segment owners, Dangerous Dustin, who does the food reviews out here, he did the Death Nut Challenge, and he told me that it was so bad he will not do the 2.0.
Damn.
He refuses to, and he eats hot stuff all the time. And he says, if the 2.0 is worse than this one, I will not do it. And I was man, come on, For
him to turn something down,
it's pretty crazy.
Damn.
But, so we will be promoting those guys starting in February, which is very cool. Awesome. And also, pmstarproductions will be dropping some commercials on us. If you're not familiar with those guys do all your merchandise needs, man. T-shirts, stickers, you name it, they do it. Great work. Does some good stuff. They've done stickers for us in the past. So we're going to run a couple commercials for them coming soon. And also another large announcement is, of course, Showcase Comic Con, which is coming at the end of February 29th. And it's going to be in Slidell at the Harbor Center in Slidell. It's only one day. From what I've already seen, almost all the tables have been sold.
Come on.
Yeah, people are really excited about, part 2 here.
Well, who's all going to be there? Who's got a table? Tell us.
We do. We'll be there.
Fucking right.
Yeah, you can come see us.
The M and the Hog.
And I'm the M. Oh, yeah.
Hey, bro.
What am I, man?
That's all right,
It's just love.
It's just the other white meat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm cool with that.
What's cool though is we may have product from Death Nut. I'm not sure yet. I don't know if we'll have any promotional material for them, but that's okay. We'll have, our stuff will be there. We'll have, and we will be recording the entire day.
And we're always happy to talk about Death Nuts or our nuts.
Right. And true. I want every single person that comes to this venue, this show, to come talk to us. You can say your name and you can have a guest spot on the show,
Oh, that's something you
It'd be something every day. Be kind of cool, like you can come by and we'll be recording and talking. Basically, me and him will just be talking to each other about the stuff we see and how things are going, and you can come by and talk to us and maybe get a sticker or something, or if we have some merchandise, which I think we will be.
If we talk to pmstarproductions.
No, not just PM Star stuff, but I mean, like, I have a bunch of stickers, and
Oh, wow, okay.
We'll have some stuff to hand out to people and be like, hey,
nice,
here, check us out, that kind of stuff. So we'll be there.
An honorary MHOG member for the day.
What?
An honorary MHOG member for the day.
Oh, they can be, yeah, of course.
You can audition, and maybe you can be sitting here next month.
Maybe. I doubt it.
Not really hard to do a better job than me, but...
Well, hey, man, you're doing a good job. This is only, the third show you've ever done.
Well, you know what I like to say.
Or fourth show ever done.
I was available.
Well, yeah.
I was home. I got permission. I left the house.
But I'm just saying, man, you got to understand, people. This guy has never done this before. It's like us starting all over again.
Yep. Very, very shy.
Yeah, he is. He's meek.
Meek Mills, bitches.
I don't even know. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. It's like a rapper. He dated Nicki Minaj.
Really?
Yeah. He's with Rick Ross. Ugh.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, anyway.
Who's Rick Ross?
He's the biggest boss.
Anyway, I do know who Nicki Minaj is, and I've heard the name Rick Ross, but I don't know who the fuck he is. I've never heard. I don't know if I can tell you one thing that he's done. Like any, like music. I don't fucking know the dude.
He's like, he's kind of like all over the place.
Yeah, it's like me asking you to name a Slayer song. That's not gonna happen.
What?
Exactly.
What?
Who is that?
Slayer.
What is that? Satan? Yes, pretty much.
Oh no, I like 2 layers on my sandwich.
What the? This is a weird thing. But speaking of Metal X, that will be at Showcase Comics, and I was told I could announce this. So this is a big announcement, guys.
This is like the first time
it's ever being spoken out.
Come on.
But 2 members of GWAR in costume will be at Showcase Comics doing signature, signing stuff, taking pictures with people, and I'm not sure if they're going to be doing anything else, but it would be really fucking cool if they hosted like the costume contest. I think that'd be super awesome,
That would be bad.
So I'm going to try to get these guys to come over to our booth, or us go to their booth, whatever, and have them on the event, like on the show and the podcast.
That would be awesome.
That'd be super cool.
Yes, it would be.
At least get a fucking picture with them. I've only been following them since I was fucking 14 years old. You hear that, Hugwar? You pieces of motherfuckers. That was a weird curse.
Yeah, pieces of motherfucker. They're not even a whole motherfucker.
No, it's just pieces. Little tiny itty
bitty. Like motherfucker nuggets. Yeah.
Can you tell, we were really hoping to have a guest on today, because we are struggling to figure out what the fuck to talk to you guys about. But I am glad that I got Tim to give us some information about the Showcase Con, and it's going to be really good, guys. I know there's going to be costume contest. I know there's going to be a lot of vendors. Showcase Comics, of course, will be there as one of the main vendors. So if you ever need any kind of comic books, especially they really do deal in a lot of old books.
A lot of back issues, hard to find copies, stuff like that.
Like old books. We're talking, if you want to drop 20 large on a comic, they have them.
Wow.
Yeah, like big money. I'm not talking little P-books. I've seen him put stuff up for 1,500, just books that they have. I've never seen before.
But no mistake made. I mean, you can still go. The common man can still go and get stuff within your price range.
Of course. But what I'm saying is,
it's not one of those high-end bougie places and stuff like that.
No,
I mean, they have that shit if you
that's
on
what I
that
mean.
level.
Yeah.
But they also have stuff that
if you ever have this one
this
one book that you've been looking for 100 years and you know it's expensive, 9 out of 10 times Showcase will have it. But of course, they sell other things too, like new issues and fucking toys and all kind of stuff. So
pretty much
it's pretty cool.
Fandom you have and
yeah.
New location?
Not yet. The new location, I want to say he's going to be opening in June.
Okay.
It's a while away. Yeah, because he sends me updates of pictures and stuff of the inside, and it looks fantastic, but it's not ready yet.
That's gonna be nice.
Or March. I don't remember. It's March. That's what he said. Not June. March.
Okay.
It'll be open in March. So in a couple months.
That's gonna be awesome. Right next to North Shore Pop Hunters. North Shore Pop Shop.
Yep. That's right next door. Right next door to that. So, and then we're gonna move next door to that and have a podcast center.
It's gonna be the Show Hog Shop.
I don't know, man, but we're not really moving there. I'm just being stupid.
It's just awesome when you tell your wife, I just gotta make one stop, and then when she's not looking, you just run out one door into the other.
Right, and then it's really one stop though.
Exactly.
It's two places, but it's right one place.
Fucking right. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. What else can we get there?
Where?
Like in that location, so it's gonna be just like one stop for everything.
But you need maybe a hobby shop that does. Well, they do. They have Hobby Lobby right there.
I can't go on a fucking Sunday.
Why?
Hobby Lobby's not open.
Oh well, yeah. That's sorry.
Speaking of that,
yes.
Something that really blew my mind. Okay, it's like Hobby Lobby, Chick-fil-A. They don't open on Sundays, right? For religious reasons, I suppose.
I think so. Yeah.
Well,
of course it is.
Passed by a Chick-fil-A the other day, and they had a crew working on their roof. At first, I was like, "Oh, that's great. You do it on a Sunday. You're not
no disturbing anybody.
Exactly. You're not inconveniencing your customers." Then I got to thinking, well, why are those guys, up there working on a Sunday, and that's okay for them, but not for you? So I was like, I don't know, it kind of rubbed me the wrong way there, Didn't know how I feel about it. Well, I wasn't gonna say that, but Javier and Jose looked like they was.
I mean, was that what it was?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, they might have been the only time they could have gotten in the back of the pickup truck. I don't know.
I'm just saying. I mean, I know how you feel about Chick-fil-A, but come on.
I like Chick-fil-A.
I do as well.
I ate Chick-fil-A yesterday. In fact, that was my dinner.
That's the Lord's chicken. I understand.
Right.
But I'm just saying.
When you eat it, when you bite it, it's like, oh my God. And he's like, yes.
That's like the only place I don't even check my order. I order it,
it's right.
Give it to me. And even if it's wrong, I'm like, well, maybe they knew something I didn't. Right. So I was like, they know better. So
the only thing I hate about Chick-fil-A, this is what I hate. They don't give you enough sauce. And when you ask for more, they don't give you more. Like, really? They don't give you more than 2.
Oh, that's just terrible.
Like, I want fucking 5 of each of them son bitches. Why? Because I like to stockpile. Because when I get McDonald's later, I'm going to eat that shit with those. Because McDonald's sauce is okay, but their sauce is the best.
And that's probably why they do that.
Yeah. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, probably like the Wayne rule. Don't give his fat ass no extra sauces. He's going to use it to chip McNuggets.
Yep, probably. What the hell? What's a McNugget? Oh. There's so many jokes right there, but I want to say, McNugget.
I mean, you've been my McNugget since day one, Don't act like you don't know now. We go get saucy on them bitches with the McNuggets.
It hurts that you said that. I don't even know why I'm laughing. Oh, I just tickled the fuck out of me, McNuggets. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but that really kicked me in the balls for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, yeah. So definitely try to make it out to Showcase Comic Con, Showcase Comics Con. There you go, or something like that. I forget what the actual, title of it is, but go look it up on Facebook. Look up Showcase Comics, and they'll have their convention event page up. Say that you're going. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good. It was good last time. It was really fun. And it was their first one. This is their second one, so they're really ramping up the guests and making things a lot bigger. So yeah, it is. It's Showcase Comic Con 2.0.
Yes.
So go check it out.
The sequel.
Dun dun dun. Man, I wish our guest was here.
Yep.
But we can talk a little bit about some of the stuff that I wanted to bring up with him, like fandoms and things like such. You know, like everybody on the show knows that I'm a giant toy collector, and so is Chris. Chris is a big, toy guy.
Yep.
And like, where did you start? Like, what was your first? How could I say it? Like, what? Not just popped your cherry, but what was like the first like true, like, you knew you were fucking sucked in, like, addiction to toys?
I mean, like, playing with them or collecting them or.
No, like, what was the first time you started, like, buying them for yourself to stash away? Not playing with them.
Yeah, because, I mean, when I was a kid, I did the whole He-Man thing, kick myself in the dick for not
You did.
holding on to them.
You did a whole lot of stuff as a kid, because I remember several things that you played with that was, I've heard people make fun of you about. What? You don't remember?
No.
Barbie dolls.
Oh, that's just because, like, the He-Man needed women, and I mean...
Right, yeah, that's what...
I mean, Teela couldn't go for everybody, and nobody wanted Evil Lynn,
Well, I'm just saying. I remember that as a kid, and I was always like, leave that boy alone. Shit. Who gives a fuck?
That, like, my cousin had a McDonald's playset.
Yeah.
For the Barbies, and I loved that. Every time I went over there, I had to play with the fucking McDonald's playset and her Barbies.
And still to this day, he still goes to McDonald's.
Yeah. Now I just go to McDonald's and play with myself. But.
Right. No, I mean, I'm just saying, like, I've had, like, when we were kids, I remember that. In fact, you guys don't know this, but Chris is like, I don't know how we do this. Chris, we consider each other related, because Chris is actually, your dad is my aunt's brother.
Yeah.
So, and my aunt married my mom's brother. So your aunt married my mom's brother. There you go. There we go.
So I guess by marriage.
We're not really related, but
no blood.
Not blood, but we've been knowing each other for 40 years.
What is it, like 17th cousins or something like that?
Some weird shit like that.
6 degrees of separation. Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, we could have sex and still be all right.
Oh yeah, in like all 50 states.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Not just like Alabama.
Right. The mountain states or anything. But no, and so as growing up as kids and stuff, I would hear my older cousins, make fun of him and say shit about him.
What's this news to me?
Well, this was This was when we were little kids, terrible. And I was kind of like, "Fuck you guys, man! I'll play with action figures and dolls and shit too."
And I still play with girl dolls.
Right. But that's a whole lot of money for those.
Yeah, they vibrate.
Yeah, five G's for one of those.
Yeah.
You can get about 5 G's for a Barbie nowadays too.
Well, that's neither here nor there. But back to our original question.
Yes, dildos.
Stick it.
Yeah.
I guess like the first one that I really jumped into and was like, hey, I want to start collecting these for me. Would be I got a Candyman, like a Movie Maniacs.
The Movie Maniacs,
I think from like Big Lots. It was like on clearance, and I didn't know. I came home and like opened it up and set it up in front of the little fucking stand and all. Yeah, to this day I'm still pissed off. I opened it. I got that, and I got the Evil Ash from the Army of Darkness.
Nice, yeah.
And opened both of them. Some I wouldn't fucking think about doing today, but set them up and all, and then
why not?
Fuck that. They look better in the package.
No, dude, I'm telling you, like some of this stuff. Like, I look back at some of those toys and I kind of think, man, I should have opened those up and just set them up like a diorama kind of thing and been like, cool, just set them out like that, There's several of them that I wish I'd have kept.
A lot of the newer ones, like the NECA and whatnot, they got a lot of problems with the joints and all, and there's like this whole long fucking process. You have to like, hot water. Cause, like,
you see, and that's the problem. And that's the problem with toy collecting, okay? Guys, we'll buy these toys that are fucking $40 a pop and leave them in the box because we know once you open them up, they fall apart.
Exactly.
And that's, who started that? Todd McFarlane started that. Because his toys, they were beautiful. But
they just weren't meant to be
They weren't really, like, if you take them out of the box and set them up, they would just kind of fall apart.
Really?
Yeah, and it sucked. I mean, especially, like, not the first wave, but, like, when he started getting more into the articulation and the weird creature designs and things like that, they would just fall apart. And because there was just too much. they were making too many too fast.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
like I think the production was not as good as it should have been.
Well,
You know?
I mean, a lot of the things, it just goes along with the price. They're not really
Right.
made to be played with. They're for an adult collector. It's gonna, like you said, keep them in the box and whatnot. But
I mean, sometimes I would love to have like a fucking setup where I have all my figures just out.
oh yeah, most definitely. But then they say, if you don't ever plan on selling them, why? Why not keep them? Take
Right.
them out. But I'm
Right.
like, fuck, I don't ever plan on selling
That's what I'm
them.
saying. They're like they're mine. Why can't I just have them out displayed? You know.
Well, you can do whatever you want. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying, dude. I
If
mean,
you want
and
to.
and then on top of that, people are saying like the Funko stuff. They're kind of like, oh, they're worth the same in the box as they are out, and that's true.
Really? You
Yeah, because
believe?
there is no out of box price. It's the same.
Now, what I thought was pretty cool, a lot of people, I don't know where the hell you would store all your boxes, but a lot of people, out of box and they hold on to the box.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
I don't have I Funko this different. That's a whole different line because those guys you can actually display in the box because it looks nice and it's stacked good. But carded figures, that's a bitch. You just gotta find boxes to put them in and put them away.
Yeah.
I don't have enough wall space to do the stuff that I want to do.
And that's another thing with carded figures. Fucking, to hang them, you have to punch them.
Right.
And
well,
me,
not all of them. Not all of them.
I mean, NECA comes with the
little hook,
the hanger on there already, but like something just like an old school like GI Joe toys, Star Wars type deal. Like fuck punching them.
And here's the deal with punch cards. Who gives a fuck? As long as as long as they're on the card, I don't care.
True. This is true.
I mean,
this is true.
To me, what a punch card represents is that thing once hung on a fucking shelf at a Toys R Us or a Kmart.
True.
Or something like that back in the day, and now it's in my hands.
I don't know, just something about a case, fresh one that just came straight out the case.
I mean, those are cool too. Those are cool too. Don't get me wrong, but I have an unpunched what is it, Modulock from He-Man.
Okay.
I have an unpunched him, still in the box. All fancy and pretty, but I can't hang it up. It's just in a fucking box.
So he gets shamed because he's unpunched.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna punch him.
Okay.
Right?
Well, there you go.
I'm not going to punch him because it's kind of like one of those things, like, that...
He's the way that he was intended to be.
Right. This is such a nerdy conversation.
It really is. It really is.
But, yeah, so, like, with my collection, like, what started me off of toys, of course, was Star Wars. Because I've been collecting toys since I was 12. And playing like
a long time ago.
Yeah, and playing with toys since I was, of course, younger than that. But like, what really got me hooked on toys was definitely '80s line: Star Wars, GI Joe, He-Man, Sectars, fucking the Centurions, the goddamn Visionaries. What else? Mask. Yeah, dude, I remember going to our cousin's house, Robert, and playing with all those mask toys. Like, I had a bunch, he had a bunch, and we would play with all these things as kids. I even have some still laying around here somewhere. I got a mask car somewhere in this fucking place. My
so
kid
that's
plays
when
with.
y'all would sit there and talk about me playing with the fucking Barbies?
No, not
playing with masks?
Not them. No, it was other people. People we don't talk about or talk to.
And that's for a good reason.
Right.
Judgmental sons of bitches.
Exactly. But yeah, so I remember playing those, like Mask and Transformers, of course, dude. Transformers was huge when I was a kid. I remember lines like Brave Star and what was the fucking Crystar? I don't know if you remember Crystar with the lava, like the bad guys were lava and the little heroes were crystal. Dude, I used to have all those dudes and the fucking man. I had so much shit as a kid, and then when I got older, I became stupid at about the age of, I don't say about 16, and I just kind of didn't care where it was. And I lost all kind of stuff,
it's the quickest way to let it get away from you.
I mean, that's when you discover pussy, and you get kind of stupid.
Yep.
And, or you wanted to do something else. Like, I was skateboarding since I was 12, too. So, I mean, I started doing that a lot, and kind of just went off with doing my thing over there and forgot about that. But then I got a job at a Woolworth store right down the road, and my mom worked there, and so I was working there after school. I worked there for 4 years, and what
Come on, man.
reignited me with toys was Playmates came out with the Next Generation Star Trek toys, and then
Okay.
they came out with the Aliens toys,
Okay.
and we had both of them on the shelf. So I was
Nice.
like, man, these are so cool.
Yeah.
So what I would do is instead of using my paycheck for candy and junk that, I mean, my paycheck wasn't, I was getting 50
Yeah.
bucks a week or 2 weeks,
Yeah.
it was nothing. And so I would just say, well, charge these to my check. So what they would do is you bring stuff to the counter, and they
Okay.
would charge it towards your check, and whatever you had left, you would get, on your
Okay.
paycheck.
Yeah.
So I ended up buying like all these toys and just keeping them in the packages, and that's where I started getting the fire back. Was back then, and that was probably early 90s, 91, 92 was when I started back again. And then of course, the Star Wars hit again, and the fire exploded. I fucking spent millions on fucking Star Wars crap, dude.
That's what it feels like, dude. It's not hard to do,
No, it's not.
especially if it's something you're really into. And I mean, you don't do it for like, oh, I think the resale or like,
Right, no,
what
no.
do you think this is going to be worth down the road?
But you do it for yourself. It's for,
like
it's
the
for your
stuff that
own.
you like, and the
own,
stuff that you
like-
dig.
Yeah, it's your own personal. When I collect, it's hard to say. Like when I collect stuff, like toy wise, it's my own personal goal to not just get the entire set of something, because that would be fucking phenomenal if I could do that, but
True.
to set my goal at a certain like figure or something like this and go, you know what, this is the guy I need to. This is my grail. I have to try to get to this, and when I set myself to that and I end up getting that, then I'm like, right, I achieved this. This is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
so
new
now
goal.
so now I gotta get to the next level of
Yeah.
whatever I'm collecting.
Yeah.
Like right now, me and my kids loves Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We talked about that before, and so now he's like super into the turtles and stuff. And since I sold my entire Star Wars collection, I decided. I asked him. I said, because he was really upset. Like he was like,
Was he?
Yeah. He says, "Why'd you sell your toys, Dad?" I said, "I had to, man. I had to do it. To keep us moving." And he goes, "Okay." I said, so after a while, when I started talking to him, I said, "So would you want to collect Ninja Turtles with me since I got rid of my toys?" And he says, "Yeah." So I was like, "All right."
No hesitation.
So
Right
so
away, huh?
that's what I'm gonna do is I'll pick up the cheap ones for him to
Yeah.
open and play with.
Like the newer lines.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
yeah, and then the older ones, like the $50 to a $60
Yeah, like the
carded
OG ones. Yeah.
I'll keep and package them and put them somewhere for me. And in general, really,
him.
it's for him.
Yeah, just at a later date.
Like when he gets older and he realizes, hey, this is really cool.
Yeah.
I can keep these on my walls and and things
Exactly.
like my dad does. Then I'll end up saying, well, here, I got these for you.
Gotcha.
And I'll be like, don't you fucking open those things. I'll murder your face.
Yeah. I'll tell you who your real daddy is. You little.
Especially some of them. Some of those figures are really bad. I mean, I did not know how expensive the turtle lines were.
Oh yeah, that's like right up there.
And there's so many.
Yeah, there was like tons of variations.
I'm like,
turtles in this, turtles in time.
Well, it's not just the turtles though. Like, there's like 50 billion villains.
And villains as well, but they're compadres, I guess you would
Yeah,
call
like
them.
they're friends
they're
and-
allies, like
Yeah,
Casey
like
Jones,
the toad and the fucking rabbit.
Exactly, yeah, like fucking some samurai rabbit motherfucker.
Yeah,
or something,
Yosabi, what was his Yosabio Jinbo or something like that? I'm saying it wrong, I'm sure, but
you get the gist.
but he's the rabbit. And then there's a frog that's something, and then there's the space people, and
Yeah,
the fucking there's like 65 different versions of Shredder and the Foot Clan and all that crazy stuff. It's really cool though. I mean, like, if you really want to get into like collecting toys and doing things like that, you don't have to have a lot of money. You really don't. But you just need to pace yourself. Like, set a goal. Like, I'm gonna get a small figure every 2 weeks or every 2 paychecks, and then once a month buy a big one. And then you'll be okay. I mean, because they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going anywhere. People are still going to be fucking hoarding these figures. They're still going to be pushing them out there. It's not like you're going to miss out on, let's say, like, the one figure. Like, when we used to go hunt Star Wars, me and a friend of mine, Jonathan, we'd go at 3 o'clock in the morning to the Walmarts and open all the cases and take the fucking shit we wanted. Yeah, dude. we would there were the people that the Night Stalkers would know us, and we'd show up and they're like, look, we got 3 or 4 cases over there, go look at them, and then then we would open the cases and then stock the shelves for them.
That's why they didn't mind.
Yeah. I mean, and then I had a guy call me at like 3 in the morning one time and say, hey, I got that case of whatever figures you wanted, and I'd go over there and I slip him a couple bucks and buy the whole fucking case. Yep. But that's what we do, man. That's what collectors do, and people don't. It's a tough like hobby, especially for like you're trying to get into like the 80s stuff. And I know I just said a minute ago it's easier to get into, but if you're really trying to like collect new lines, and people are out there buying these new lines, it's gonna be hard for you to get those.
Yep, without paying, flipper prices and resale and shit like that, And we don't have like a fucking Toys R Us to walk into anymore.
No.
So.
And then there's like, what makes me angry? I know they got to do it because they're that's just what that's their company, Is that fucking, what is it, Super 7?
Oh, the reaction figure.
They make me angry, dude, because I'm not gonna pay fucking $20 a figure.
Yeah,
that's too much.
I don't know the whole story, but when I first started seeing them pop up, there was reaction figures, and Funko put them out.
Yeah,
they was I want to say like half that.
Oh, there was like $6.
Yeah, they weren't bad at all.
I have a bunch of those,
and it was like cool, it was like the whole retro feel,
Right, and it was neat.
Yeah, and then
now like Super 7 took over, and they're fucking charging $20 a figure, and I'm kind of like.
I mean, I haven't got any of the Super 7, but I mean, like, just from what I see, there's no difference. Like,
no, they're the same thing. They're reaction
line.
It's the same company, I think.
Yeah, it's like that's Super 7. So what I'm saying is, it's not like it's a higher quality. No. You don't have more articulation. No. You don't have.
It's the same 1970s.
Yeah, the retro
simple
style
retro
feel.
look.
Yeah,
Yeah. And just it makes me angry because it just costs so much to get they're cool. I like them, and I'd love to own the entire sets of like the He-Man and the music ones and the whatever they put out. They even got turtle ones out now.
This is true.
And I'm like, oh, that's very cool, but
just not for $20.
But I'm not. I mean, I can go get a fucking vintage turtle figure for $20.
This is true.
Yep. Why am I going to waste my money on something like that? And later on, they're going to be fucking $3, and nobody's going to want them.
That's when you just swoop in.
Right. So we're going to take a break here, guys, and play our normal every time. We have no other commercials, but this is not a normal commercial for the North Shore Pop Culture and Fandom Shop. If you kind of need some pop culture stuff.
Pop in and get your pop.
Anyway, what I'm saying is go check out my boy at the North Shore Pop Culture Shop. Here we go.
A brand new store, amazing collectibles you need to check out. North Shore Pop Culture Collectibles, specializing in all things Funko. Funko Pop Culture. Buy, sell, or trade. North Shore Pop Culture Collectibles is the place for serious collectors. And when they say specializing in all things Funko, they're not kidding. This inventory is massive. So much stuff. So many items at North Shore Pop Culture Collectibles. You never know what you're going to find. You may find another gem you weren't even looking for. So don't forget to call or stop by North Shore Pop Culture Collectibles, specializing in all things Funko. Located at 1394 Corporate Square Boulevard, Slidell, Louisiana, 70458, or call 985-265-4279. Check them out! It's Funko! It's pop culture. You can't go wrong. Funko. Pop culture.
So there you go. And right now they're running a. You told me this. They're running a
Oh, the raffle for the
raffle.
18-inch?
Yeah. Raffle for a big ass Batman.
That's fucking badass.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't want it.
I fucking do.
I mean, but if I win it,
It's like fucking massive.
if I win it, don't worry. I'll show it to you.
Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. what a fucking pal.
Nah, I think I'll probably put a raffle in it just because it's such a nice pop. It's huge, and I probably can get a lot of good stuff for it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Later on.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah. So if you guys are into pops, Funko stuff, anything like that, go check them out. They always have all the new stuff, and it's always well stocked. So check that out. So yeah, what else you got, man? You got something to talk about? Something good? Something nice?
No.
Nothing. Nothing at all.
I've blew my wad, so to speak, and I don't.
Well, I have one more thing to bring up. Everybody knows in February that the MHOG podcast and myself mostly, put on this thing at the Babylon Sports Bar in Metairie, 2917 Harvard Avenue. Go check them out. It's a great little place. But we do it every year. It's Metal Hand of God presents with the Babylon, the 8 Unholy Nights. Well, it used to be called the 8 Unholy Nights, but I changed it this year because we don't have 8 no more. We have 9 this year. So I figured instead of doing 8, we're just going to call it the Unholy Nights Fest. It's every Friday and Saturday in February. This year it starts on February 1st, which is actually a Saturday. So it's the first night is a Saturday night.
Okay.
So it's going to be jam-packed with tons of bands from actually lots of locals, but there's a lot of people. There's bands. There's a band coming in from Massachusetts. There's a band coming in from Alabama, Mississippi. Local stuff areas like Lafayette, Houma, Baton Rouge, stuff like that too. So definitely come out to these shows. It's cheap. It's $8 to get in. We're gonna have just confirmed today, Diablo's food truck will be there serving food. Don't know what the menu is, but he's making up a really fancy one up for the show. These shows, so it's gonna be really fucking cool. We have that guy being there, and he's a really awesome guy. The guy who runs the food truck. I met him at the truck one night. Decided to go try it out, and they were fucking fantastic, man.
Really?
Very cool people. Very cool people. Music fans, big time.
Oh, okay.
So we got that going. I'm gonna announce actually the first show, like I said, is February 1st. So how about I give you the lineup for that show? Because I have it right here on my phone, right in front of me, because that's what I do.
Share it with the
So the first night, the band Motor Riot's going to be playing. For those of you who don't know, Motor Riot is Chris Nail from Exhorter's new band. They're very good. They have a fucking a Hammond organ, so they're different. They're like they're not your typical, just typical sludge band. It's a really cool different thing. So we got Motor Riot, the band Slapface, which is Mark Wren from formerly from Angry 88's band, the mighty Dangbrow Y, which is one of the biggest bands in the 90s from New Orleans. They were like one of the huge like ska bands back in the day. And my buddy Howard, who's the singer, is just like one of the best frontmen I've ever met. And headlining that night is the mighty Jack Lock Rock Show, which if you've never seen Jack Lock, you have a problem, because that dude is the most energetic and crazy mofo, and really probably one of the most underrated musicians in our city. And I'm super proud to have that line up there. And just to name a few other bands, the following headliner for the 7th is Capra, which is fucking incredible. Then we have Leaf Drinker is on the next episode. Next show with Scar Ritual from Jackson. There's so many bands on here, dude. Cerebral Drama and Ghetto Demon. Ghetto Demon is Rob, the owner from Babylon's band, which is a metal rap hybrid. So that night's gonna be really, really crazy.
I'm looking forward to that one.
The Mighty Raise the Death Toll will be there on the 15th. Misled will be there with Pete and Lowbrow and Screaming Underwater from Baton Rouge. Project Ascension, which is this new. These guys have been kicking some ass. They've been playing some big shows. They're one of my favorites. They're gonna be there. Ventress is coming in from Baton Rouge. Don't miss that one. That's gonna be good. All these fucking shows are gonna be, and of course, the Mighty Southern Brutality is gonna end the event on the 29th as the headliner. Now, you can get the whole schedule and everything on each one of their event pages, and pretty soon we'll have the entire layout on our website. So go back and check out our website for everything, including, set times and all that shit. But
like
go to all these shows, man. It's going to be fun. I'm going to try to drag Chris to almost all of them, but I doubt that's going to happen because he might get beat.
Yeah, strong possibility.
Right. But at least it's free and you can come and hang out with me.
Might have to take one for the team.
Right. And it's food and music. So anyway, so that's about it, guys. Be on the lookout, like I said, for some giveaways we're going to be having pretty soon. We're waiting for our new list of stuff from the Fillmore. We're going to have some big concert announcements coming. And don't forget Deathnuts. Go check them out, deathnuts.com. If you're brave enough to do the Death Nut Challenge, go for it. Take some video and send it to us, because I'd love to see that shit.
Yeah, definitely.
But anyway, I was your host, Wayne.
And this is Chris.
And remember, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to keep it Yeah, I know.
Well, goddamn. Well, you guys for joining us on this wild, wacky old show there. Yeah. I just want to say, you boys and girls out there, just I don't know, just grateful. I don't even know what to say anymore. Just, thank you. See you next time on this wild, wacky show. Alright?